Alright. I want to follow up on this. It's very, very important. So on the 27th, it was March 27th, I emailed all these people. The governor. I'm gonna try to get all Ashley Moody. No such luck with that. Matt Getz, no word back. Kristen Clark, no word back. Linda Miguel, no word back. Judicial Qualifications Committee, I never hear back from them. I contacted them months ago. Marco Rubio, nothing. Rick Scott, good luck with him. So just to kind of recap, I sent this off to the governor, 3/27/25, Governor Ron DeSantis. There's nothing protected in here either. So I'm ready to formally request your intervention in a long-standing, well-documented pattern of civil rights violations, judicial misconduct. I'm just going to skim through it because I just did a video. It'll be the one probably right below this or close to it. So yeah, racketeering involving the Pasco Sheriff's Office, 6th Judicial Circuit. I've been targeted by the Pasco Sheriff's Office for over a decade. Talk about the Institute for Justice, me getting interviewed by the Tampa Bay Times. 10 years of harassment. Ongoing criminal prosecution by the 6th Judicial Circuit, 12 attorneys. It's more than that. That's just on this one case. Warrant for my arrest, homelessness. I don't even think that I just use that in the context of how it relates to this trial that I'm going through. But I didn't even touch on the court stealing houses and criminals attaching themselves as unknown heirs to 38 foreclosures. Talk about bureaucratic and judicial stonewalling, gatekeeping, this closed loop system. So, and I bring up the fact that his administration shows no interest. And I think I put that article in the last video. No interest in what's going on in his own backyard. He's asked for a formal investigation, independent prosecutor, whistleblower level stuff, whistleblower protection. So anyway, this goes out. Ashley Moody, God knows where she is. Rick Scott, God knows where he is. But look at this. So this is when I get back this morning. It says, thank you for contacting the Governor Ron DeSantis. We're sorry to hear of your difficulties. What the hell is this? Freaking sticks and stuff blowing in here. So we are sorry to hear of your difficulties and appreciate the opportunity to respond to your email. This is crazy. It's exactly what I expected to. Individuals who wish to file a complaint against a law enforcement officer should submit a written request for an internal review by contacting the employing law enforcement agency. The employing agency's Internal Affairs Division may conduct an internal investigation based on your allegations to determine whether further action is required. If substantial evidence is found, the employing agency may request additional assistance from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement's Criminal Justice Professionals Program. You don't think I've done all this stuff before? If you get mugged, I'm going to use a better parable, or a less offensive one. You get mugged on the street. You get attacked and mugged on the street. Do you contact your mugger? Contact your mugger and complain? And they'll investigate themselves? They did nothing wrong. This has gone to federal court. I'm going to call for the same behavior that they refused to correct, that they had to be sued federally for. It's not going to work. So they don't, just like I pointed out in this email and on the last video, the governor has no interest in running his state. Does not care. So the Department of Law Enforcement has authority to pursue possible disciplinary action against an officer's certification at the request of the employing agency. The department does not have the statutory authority to conduct an independent investigation against an officer's certification. I'm not talking about an officer. This has been a decade long of harassment and targeting by the entire Pasco Sheriff's Office. Did she miss the point? Or did he, who the hell, Should give her name at the end. It's just a blanket freaking these blanket statements, and it's dismissive, completely dismissive responses. It's like it's a closed loop system where there's zero accountability. And I know that there are a lot of people there. Obviously, there's a lot of other people going through this, but I know that you're in here too. Please share this out. Make the calls you got to make. Let's get some eyes on this. Because I'm not the only one. So yeah, individuals who believe law enforcement officers may be guilty of criminal misconduct should bring their evidence to the local state attorney. Got to go to the state attorney that's prosecuting me that I said is complicit in this? The decision to charge a person for crimes is made by the state attorney, a locally elected official. Like I didn't know that. Deciding whether or not to charge a person is based on the best interests of justice and on the quantity and quality of the evidence of criminal activity. If you wish to contact the office, please use the information below. State Office, 6th Judicial Circuit. These are the ones I'm complaining about that are participating in racketeering and criminal organization, criminal activity. These are the same exact people. You don't think I've exhausted this option? Like I haven't met Bruce Bartlett's on my list when I'm sending all these motions in. Unbelievable. Under Florida law, violations of the conflict of interest laws fall within the jurisdiction of the Florida Commission on Ethics. For information about the Commission of Ethics or file a complaint, please contact Florida Commission of Ethics. I've exhausted every single avenue. I can't believe. I guess dismissive isn't. I got to reply, but dismissive isn't even the word. They're complicit in this now. Florida's constitution limits the governor's intervention in matters that should be resolved through the court system. The court system is the problem. It's at least half of the problem. The cops are the main problem. The courts are backing the cops, and now the executive branch here, Ron DeSantis, is complicit too. Should be resolved through the court system. 3 years of trial already? Getting all my constitutionally protected rights stripped from me? This is who I'm complaining about. A person who can best assist you with legal position is an attorney. So there's 12 attorneys that have withdrawn. Not the governor. Let somebody else do. Get an attorney. Get a private attorney. This is your government. And the Florida Bar offers a legal lawyer referral service. You can contact them toll free. How many bar complaints have I filed? And all these attorneys are still, they're still practicing, or the ones that have been disbarred, they won't do a thing about them. I made videos on that too. Got attorneys getting raided by the feds or FDLE. Got attorneys that have fled the country with stolen money. They keep making the paper. If you cannot afford an attorney, you may be eligible for a low-cost or pro bono assistance through a local legal aid office. Called them. This has been years in the making. Department of... And then what does it say here? Information can be obtained at Florida Bar. Visit the Florida Bar's website. The Department of Housing and Urban Development administers federal aid to local public housing agencies that manage housing for low-income residents or provide a range of services, including shelter, food, counseling, and job skills program. They talk about that. Like, I didn't go through that. I did that. Whoever was following me in 2022, when I was in the hotel. That's all I tried to do. Nothing. You get nothing out of it. They kick you out of the programs. They'll stop responding to you. Florida Housing Finance Corporation administers a number of rental housing and home ownerships. And like I said, in the original email, I haven't even spoke about or mentioned, because I haven't got that far with these. They're going to try to shut you down right here. About the Florida's Hardest Hit program. I received, I guess, $41,000 to put towards my house, and it was just stolen by these courts. You may also wish to contact the Florida Department of Children and Families Office on homelessness or writing off. Thank you once again. Thank you again for contacting Governor Ron DeSantis. Mona Lisa Young. Office of Citizen Services, Executive Office of Government. So basically, yeah, we're not going to do anything. There's zero accountability. This guy was running for president. He doesn't even care what's going on in his own backyard. Doesn't care about his constituents. They just totally blew me off. I'm talking about RICO level criminal activity with proof. I get receipts up the wazoo. They don't care. Please share this out. If you're going through this too, I'm very sorry. I know a lot of people have had their lives ruined by these same people, and they continue to do it. Please share this out. Please call your local government and let them know where your issues are too. And see what you receive. Probably something like this, because they don't care about us. They do not care. All crooked, all corrupt, and the governor's complicit. So now I have to go over his head. So I guess the next is the Department of Justice, and we know the people that don't follow me, they've hung up on me. It's going to be the Department of Justice, and then the next level is the president. Please get this out there for me. Thank you.